Let's take up the numerical. A first order reaction has specific reaction rate of 10 to the power minus 3 per second. How much time will it take for 10 gram of the reactant to reduce to 2.5 gram? Given log 2 is equal to 0.3010, log 4 is 0.6021, log 6 is 0.7780. First, we have to write the formula for first order reaction. T is equal to 2.303 divided by K log of A divided by A minus X. Initial concentration, that is A, is equal to 10 grams. Concentration left after the time T seconds is equal to 2.5 gram. That is A minus X is equal to 2.5 gram. Specific reaction rate K is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 per second. The time required for the reactant to reduce to 2.5 gram we want to calculate. Let's substitute the values. K will be equal to 2.303 divided by T will be equal to 2.303 divided by 10 to the power minus 3 per second into log 10 divided by 2.5. This will be equal to 2.303 divided by 10 to the power minus 3 into log 4. The value of log 4 we are substituting 0.6021. On calculation, the answer comes out to be 1386.6 seconds. Next question. At 373 Kelvin, a gaseous reaction A changes to 2B plus C is observed to be of first order. On starting with pure A, it was found that at the end of 10 minutes, the total pressure of the system was 176 mm of mercury. And after a long time, when dissociation of A was complete, it was 270 mm. From this data, calculate number 1, the initial pressure of A. Number 2, the pressure of A at the end of 10 minutes. Number 3, rate constant. Let's take up solution. Suppose initial pressure of A is capital P mm and decrease in pressure of A after time t is equal to small p mm. Now this is the equation. A gives you 2B plus C. Initial pressure of A is P, B and C are 0. Products are always 0 in the beginning and total pressure in the beginning will come out to be capital P. Pressures after time t from P minus small p will be subtracted. Because 2 moles of B are there, therefore 2P will be the pressure. C has 1 mole, so P will be the pressure. And total pressure will be equal to capital P plus 2P. Final pressure when whole of the A changes to B and C, so the total pressure will become capital 3P. Because pressure of B will be 2P and capital C will be capital P. So total pressure is 3P. Final pressure given is 270 mm. So 3P is equal to 270, capital P comes out to be 90 mm. Now pressure after 10 minutes has been given 176 mm. So this will be the middle one. P plus 2P is equal to 176 or 90 plus 2P is equal to 176. We have substituted the value of P from above. Small p comes out to be 43 mm. Pressure of A after 10 minutes is equal to capital P minus small p, that is 90 minus 43, that is 47 mm. Now A is directly proportional to capital P and X is directly proportional to small p. Let's substitute in the formula. K is equal to 2.303 divided by T log of A over A minus X, which is equal to 2.303 divided by T log of P divided by capital P minus small p. K is equal to 2.303 divided by 10 minutes log of 90 divided by 90 minus 43. 2.303 divided by 10 log of 90 divided by 47. So 2.303 divided by 10 log 90 is 1.9542 and log 47 is 1.6721, and when you subtract these two we get 0.2821. On calculation, the answer comes out to be 6.496 into 10 to the power minus 2 per minute. Next, we take collision theory of reaction rate. The number of collisions that take place per second per unit volume of the reaction mixture is called collision frequency. First factor is energy factor. For a collision to be effective, the colliding molecule must have energy more than a particular value. The minimum kinetic energy which the colliding molecules must have in order that the collision between them may be effective is called threshold energy. Second factor is orientation factor. In some cases, it is found that even a large number of colliding molecules have energy more than threshold values. Still, the reaction is slow. This is because of improper orientation of the colliding molecules at the time of collision. Let's illustrate it by taking example of the following reaction. 2 moles of NO2 combine to form N2O4 gas. Now the first diagram shows NO2, second one is NO2. They are colliding with each other and this is head-on collision. Head-on collision leads to the formation of bond and we get N2O4. The second collision is not head-on collision and you will find that even after collision has taken place but product formation has not taken place. So in the first case there is a collision in proper orientation and product is formed. In second case collision is not in proper orientation and product is not formed. Now we are going to take up collision frequency represented by Z. With the increase in temperature, the average velocity of molecules increases and therefore collision frequency, that is number of collisions per unit volume per second, also increases. But it is known that the collision frequency is directly proportional to square root of the absolute temperature. Hence the ratio of collision frequency at 298 Kelvin and 308 Kelvin will be given by Z308, that is the collision frequency at 308 divided by Z at 298 is equal to square root of 308 divided by 298. This comes out to be 1.016. Now we are taking fraction of molecules having effective collisions. As we have already discussed, for a collision to be effective, the colliding molecule must have energy more than threshold energy. At a particular temperature T, if fraction of molecules are plotted versus corresponding energies, a graph of the type shown in the diagram will be observed. Check the graph. Here we are plotting energy versus fraction of molecules at a particular temperature T, and the point A represents the threshold energy. Now at a particular temperature T, you can observe the shaded area ABCD represents the fraction of molecules having energy greater than threshold value. Now when we raise the temperature to 10 plus T, that is we raise the temperature by 10 degree, the curve shifts as shown in the figure. The second curve is shown which represents T plus 10 degree. Now the fraction of molecules having kinetic energy greater than threshold energy value is represented by the shaded area ABEF, which is almost double than the area ABCD. It means by increasing the temperature by 10 degree centigrade or Kelvin, the number of molecules possessing threshold energy become double, almost double or little more than double. That is why the number of effective collisions become double. This is the reason that increase in rate of reaction with the increase in temperature is due to increase in number of effective collisions. Means that the number of effective collisions will become double, so the rate of reaction will become double. Now we are going to take up reaction profile path shown by the reaction and concept of activated complex. In this we have plotted progress of reaction versus energy. ER represents energy of reactants and ET represents energy barrier or energy of activated complex. EA represents activation energy and delta H represents enthalpy of the reaction. EP represents enthalpy of products. So this reaction shows that every reacting molecule must possess an energy barrier, that is form an activated complex which will change into product easily. This is the example of showing activated complex. There are two reactants A and B and activated complexes in which the bond between A has started breaking, bond between B has started breaking and bond between A and B has started forming. This activated complex has highest energy and it is highly unstable, readily changes into product, that is two AB products are formed. Next, we are taking a numerical. The rate constant of a reaction is 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 per second at 30 degrees centigrade and 2.1 into 10 power minus 3 per second at 40 degrees centigrade. Calculate the energy of activation of the reaction. Here we are given K1 is equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 3 per second. T1 is equal to 30 degrees centigrade plus 273 will come out to be 303 Kelvin. K2 is 2.1 into 10 to the power minus 3 per second. Temperature should be converted into Kelvin. So T2 is 40 plus 273, that is 313 Kelvin. Substituting the value, first we write formula log K2 over K1 is equal to EA over 2.303 R into T2 minus T1 divided by T1 T2. Log 2.1 into 10 power minus 3 per second divided by 1.2 into 10 power minus 3 per second and per second will get cancelled, equal to EA over 2.303 into 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole. This is the value of R into 313 minus 303 Kelvin divided by 303 Kelvin into 313. Log of 2.1 divided by 1.2, because 10 to the power minus 3 will get cancelled, is equal to EA over 2.303 into 8.314 into 10 divided by 303 into 313. EA on solving will come out to be 44,126.3 joules per mole. EA will be equal to 44.13 kilojoules per mole. Next question, the rate of particular reaction doubles when temperature changes from 27 degrees centigrade to 37 degrees centigrade. Calculate the energy of activation of such a reaction. Here T1 is 27 degrees centigrade plus 273 will give you 300 Kelvin. Let us say K1 is equal to K. When T2 is 37 degrees centigrade plus 273 will be 310 Kelvin. K2 is twice of K because rate of reaction becomes double, so rate constant will also become double. Now log K2 over K1 is equal to EA over 2.303 R into T2 minus T1 divided by T1 T2. We get log of 2K divided by K is equal to EA over 2.303 into 8.314, the whole multiplied by 310 minus 300 divided by 300 into 310. Log 2 is equal to EA over 2.303 into 8.314 into 10 divided by 300 into 310. On solving, we will get EA is equal to 53,598.6 joules per mole. If you calculate in kilojoules, it will come out to be 53.6 kilojoules per mole.